Football.
Football.
EA
Say football.
Sports
Say
to
football.
the game.
I said
What?
football.
That's what they call
You
it.
call football footy? Oh, you call
That's
it
what they call it.
football.
Say
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 football.
say soccer. Say soccer. Oh my God.
Soccer.
That boy added a
Wait,
That boy
say
added a
football helmet. Say football helmet. No, bro, no, just say football. Football helmet.
We welcome you
Not
back to
footy.
Arrowhead Stadium
Football.
in Kansas City. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the
football.
Chiefs who are in possession of the football.
Fair ball.
Mahomes.
Fair.
Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the
Fair.
two-point try. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Mahomes will throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound.
Wait, am I the only one that's seen that on my screen?
Makes this lead even bigger.
Playing with the Chiefs is insane. No.
Yeah, because I just wanted to use Xavier Worthy.
Xavier Worthy. What for? Because he touched
Huh?
a little girl?
No, it was his girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, same thing. Shut up.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this glitch. Look at this glitch. You seen that?
No.
All right, let me put it on him. You see him glitch?
So maybe let's zoom in and I can actually see. Because I'm on the other side of my room. I'm laying in my bed.
You see it now?
What about it?
Look.
Oh, no, there is Madden.
He just glitched, bro.
How?
Oh my God, never mind.
Bro, you still use that kick meter?
Set
Ew.
now to kick this one away, and
You
off
don't
it
use
goes.
the new one's actually way better for
I don't know how to be chasing it, bro. You're not cribbing it.
And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
I don't like their quarterback.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here first and
Nice.
10. They'll start on the ground with Madison.
That is not Marshawn
He'll
Lynch.
be tackled right on the midfield logo.
Only if they could add the old teams in Madden. That would be good because I would have been using Ravens.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. And go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here.
Oh, I bet you my friend calls.
You said that they had all-time
Mm-hmm.
You
You know who. Come on. Come on. It's the best player in the world that played for the Ravens. Or one of them.
He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one.
Was it Ray Lewis?
And there's a work of art
Yeah.
right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard
That
line.
boy Ray Lewis,
The
my
Chiefs
king.
offense and Patrick Mahomes headed back onto the field. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see how
Nah, because you say you was doing an all-nighter.
Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there.
Wake up.
Things in a big way. I say go ahead,
Wake up.
get on out for the half.
Second and a
No. Diddy. 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 Diddy.
to throw. It's Mahomes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Complete. Now inside the 25.
No. No. I'll say it.
DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs will extend their lead here just before halftime. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with him. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
They'll look to throw, and it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Defense.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Tito,
I
come
think
on.
it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
They'll try and run it here. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One more go for this offense in the first half. Time quickly fading here in the second quarter. Not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now Minshew. That would complete to Trey Tucker. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Minshew. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he's got room. Whoa. It still won't go down. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Marshall.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and sorry, Coach, we'll catch up with you after the game. We're going to skip through halftime here and headed back to the field for the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Alexander Madison, 70 yards. And the Raiders are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. We were just saying off-air during halftime, could they mount a comeback, and how would it start? Well, it started in a hurry.
Yeah, they have to get back into the game, right? So if you're going to do that, you think to yourself, we need points right here on the opening drive. But even in their best game plan, did they expect it to be a one-play drive and put the points on the board? Probably not.
No, probably not, but they got it in a big way. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he returns this to the 22. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might.
Travis Kelce. Look at the big fella go. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, 78 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him a first down. 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Minshew sets to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Minshew, and he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now to throw. Got a man over the middle, Worthy. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there. It's 2nd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And that is incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Now it's Mahomes again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Here's Madison running on first down. Down to the 42, second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Michael Dana picks up his second sack of the afternoon. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocken's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. Well, he's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible individual performance. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Chiefs just continue to roll. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, I mean, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Up the middle, Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They'll go Madison up the middle, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Early down steps will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. It's a big play there for Vegas. 49 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Here's Madison running left. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. 108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Now a 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Carlson is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Throwing now is Mahomes. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. A 3rd quarter action from Kansas City. 2nd down and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, 33 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board.
We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing on second down. Minshew. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Leo Chanel leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Pushing his way through. Still going. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jacoby Myers, 73 yards. And the Raiders get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. From the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move past the 40. Through the middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. And Xavier Worthy, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the fourth. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Being chased out left. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. first down. Abdullah. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. That's complete into the hands. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. There he goes left side. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
And the Chiefs showing a dime look as they defend this 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Tershawn Wharton. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
Talk about 2 sides of the ball at cross purposes because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
Historic territory, perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Mahomes going to throw. Going deep for Hopkins.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though, 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
In motion, the tight end, Kelsey. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
And that is incomplete. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Now Mahomes gives to Hunt. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 89 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Pacheco will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Out of the gun is Minshew. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Minshew. He's going to let it fly. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20.
Oh my God.
This one home. It's a touchdown. Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight and do all the right things. These guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Yo, Cardi, I don't know if you sleep, bro, but like, ETA.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
Boom.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner.
94 to 20.
Nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough.
Btaaaaaa, bruh.